A reading from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 26, verse 1 through 18. Then Agrippa said to Paul, "You may now speak on your own behalf." So Paul stretched out his hand and began his defense. "I count myself fortunate, King Agrippa, that I am to defend myself before you today against all the charges made against me by the Jews, especially since you are an expert in all the Jewish customs and controversies, and therefore I beg you to listen patiently. My manner of living from my youth, a life spent from the beginning among my people, and in Jerusalem all the Jews know. They have known about me from the start. If they are willing to testify that I have lived my life as a Pharisee, the strictest party of our religion. But now I am standing trial because of my hope in the promise made to God to our ancestors. Our 12 tribes hope to attain to that promise as they fervently worship God day and night. And on account of this hope, I am accused by Jews, O King. Why is it thought unbelievable among you that God raises the dead? I myself once thought that I had to do many things against the name of Jesus the Nazarene, and I did so in Jerusalem. I imprisoned many of the holy ones with the authorization I received from the chief priests, and when they were to be put to death, I cast my vote against them. Many times in synagogue after synagogue, I punished them in an attempt to force them to blaspheme. I was so enraged against them that I pursued them even to foreign cities. On one such occasion, I was traveling to Damascus with the authorization and commission of the chief priests. At midday along the way, O King, I saw a light from the sky, brighter than the sun, shining around me and my traveling companions. We all fell to the ground, and I heard a voice saying to me in Hebrew, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? It is hard for you to kick against the goad." And I said, "Who are you, sir?" And the Lord replied, "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. Get up now and stand on your feet. I have appeared to you for this purpose, to appoint you as a servant and witness of what you have seen of me and what you will be shown. I shall deliver you from this people and from the Gentiles to whom I send you, to open their eyes that they may turn from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, so that they may obtain forgiveness of sins and an inheritance among those who have been consecrated by faith in me." Now, I did a little bit of research, and it appears that Agrippa, as well as Herod, would have been kings. They would have been client kings or vassal kings. So they were kings before they were conquered by Rome, and Rome left them in place as long as they would pay the tax and do whatever Rome needed them to do. So you have Herod and Herod the Great, and then you have Agrippa, Herod the First, and then this is Agrippa, Herod the Second. So they're all kind of related. Also, they are particularly over Judea. So they considered themselves at least half ethnically Jewish. And so there's this kind of weird relationship between them and Judaism. Many Jews condemning them, not recognizing them, but some recognizing them because they were at least half Jewish. Now, when Paul begins to defend himself, he starts with history. This was something that was prophesied. This was something that was hoped for. And then he goes to his own experience. And what does he try and do? His goal is not merely to defend himself, but to convince Agrippa and Festus of the truth of Jesus Christ, that they might believe. I think this is important because sometimes we'll go and we will have our business and our activities. We'll say, well, I have something that is important, so I cannot talk about Christ. I have something that is important, so I have to set God aside for the sake of business, for the sake of money, for the sake of prosperity, for the sake of freedom. Rather, no matter the case, Christ should be all in all. Christ should be at the forefront of our minds, the forefront of our words.